civil rights movement starting in the mid-1950s. Local civil rights leaders say Dr. King's work has helped many in West Texas.
So he was only around a short period of time, but he did just a tremendous amount of work across the country, and it changed a lot of the laws and created new legislation. You know, we got a lot of bills because of the leadership of Dr. King and all of the people who were protesting alongside with him.
And as we mark Martin Luther King Day, work is underway today at Foster Communications Coliseum for the San Angelo Rodeo performances that start next week. At the Coliseum today, bulldozer drivers continued spreading the dirt across the Coliseum. From 15 to 20 volunteers will be working every day until just a day or so before the performance to get everything ready, including the bucking chutes. The first performance for the 2020 San Angelo Rodeo, the evening of Thursday, January 30th. 2 people died and 5 others were injured in a shooting outside a nightclub in San Antonio. Investigators say it started with a fight inside the Ventura Club last night when a gunman pulled out a gun and started firing. President Trump was in Austin yesterday to talk to farmers at the American Farm Bureau celebration at that convention. KLSC's Wes Rappaport has more on what the president said.
Hi there. The president's visit comes just days after he signed a trade deal with China, and he is expected to sign a new trade agreement between the United States, Mexico, and Canada, the USMCA deal, in the coming days. He says this Texas trip comes at the perfect time for him to tout the triumph of trade talks.
We did it! We did it!
A victory lap of sorts for President Trump on trade.
My administration is fighting for the American farmer, and it's been fighting for the farmer and the rancher every single day.
Charles Lee grows sweet potatoes, tobacco, and soybeans in North Carolina. He wore his Make Farming Great Again hat to hear the president speak.
Take care of the farm.
Lee was among the few thousand farmers from around the country in Austin, hopeful China's new investment of $40 to $50 billion in agriculture products and the looming USMCA deal will boost American exports.
Exports of eggs to both Canada and Mexico could skyrocket by as much as 500% and maybe even 1,000%. Very importantly, Canada will finally give fair treatment to American-grown wheat, which is a big deal to you people. What the hell do I know about it?
It's a big deal for North Texas farmer Tommy Henderson, who grows wheat and runs cattle in Clay County.
I am so thrilled that President Trump has had the backbone to do something about it for us. And yes, it may hurt for a little while, but it's going to be a lot better when we get done.
As long as I'm president, government will never micromanage America's farmers. You're going to micromanage your own farm, and that's the way it should be.
His message doesn't sit well with everyone. Trump's visit was met with dueling demonstrations, some protesting the president as his impeachment trial gets underway, and others supporting his administration. This is the 3rd year in a row President Trump has spoken at the annual convention put on by the Farm Bureau in Nashville, then New Orleans, and now here in Austin. He says he hopes to come back next year. It will be held in San Diego. Reporting from the Austin Convention Center, I'm Wes Rappaport. Back to you.
And in business news headlines today, a boost of confidence for farmers, and experts are predicting a global economic slowdown. Naomi Ruckham has more of the CBS Money Watch.
The International Monetary Fund is downgrading its outlook for the global economy. The IMF now forecasts growth of 3.3% for 2020, down 0.1% from its last estimate in October. The fund's chief economist cited lower growth in emerging markets like India for its revised outlook. A boost of confidence for farmers. A new report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture shows that Chinese demand for pork products is on the rise. The report showed that more than 26% of U.S. pork exports went to China last November. That's 5 times more than the year before, when trade tensions peaked. Are you feeling fulfilled at the office? A new study finds only about half of employees are happy at work. A survey from Professional Network Blind found that job happiness is strongly linked to opportunities for growth. The happiest employees are working at Netflix, Bloomberg, ServiceNow, Google, and Tesla. The cows at Ben & Jerry's ice cream are no longer happy. The company has removed a statement on their labels that claims its ice cream comes from happy cows. This comes amid ongoing litigation with an organic consumers group. The ice cream maker has also wiped the faces of the cows on their cartons, so they will show no expression at all. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center in New York, I'm Naomi Ruckham.
And still ahead, we'll find out what's happening at Howard College in San Angelo this week and some of the best diets, if that was one of your New Year's resolutions.
For more on today's stories, visit ConchoValleyHomepage.com.
Enjoy a Huevos Rancheros breakfast plate today at Rosa's Cafe.
Selfie?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick. Got it.
At least your Buick's locked.
At the heart of every Buick Encore is you.
Pay no interest for 72 months on most 2020 Encore models. Plus, current eligible GM owners get $750 purchase allowance. Or get $2,500 purchase allowance on this 2020 Encore Preferred. Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Yes, Y-E-S. It's the year-end sale at Trend Furniture with up to 30% off all sofas, up to 30% off all accent chairs, and up to 40% off all bedroom suites and 7-piece dining room suites. Come to Trend Furniture during our year-end sale, 4002 Wellington.
I'm August Pfluger, and my family has been working the farms and ranches of this district for over 150 years. I've deployed around the world as a fighter pilot and served as an advisor to President Trump. But it's always been about home. As your next congressman, I'll defend our conservative values and stand with President Trump to secure our border and defeat the radical socialist agenda. I'm August Pfluger, and I approve this message because our conservative values and our way of life are worth defending.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I sold gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue Inn by Angelo State.
We're about to show you an amazing demonstration. Every one of these Nissans has ProPilot Assist, game-changing tech that helps keep you centered in your lane and adjusts your speed to help keep your distance. It can even help you stop and start without ever touching a pedal. Your highway commute is about to get easier.
This is amazing.
ProPilot Assist, available in 4 of Nissan's most popular models. Save $2,500 on the 2020 Rogue, or save $2,000 on the 2020 Altima.
KLST Local News First with Carolyn McEnroe and Chief Meteorologist Noel Reed. This is KLST News at 5.
Welcome back. Mary Solomon is a registered dietitian with Community Medical Center, here to talk about the most, what shall we say, the best diet for you, I think, is the best explanation for that, right?
That really is. The trend these days is to really do what works for you, and everybody is different. And it's not only just, this is the U.S. News and World Report that came out with the 2020 top diets. But I think it was experts that weighed in on what can we maintain, what can we follow, what's easy, and what works for you. So a lot of times I have patients come in my office and they don't like fruits and vegetables. Well, the top 5 diets aren't going to work for them. And one of the worst diets was the not the paleo, the keto diet, which is very popular right now.
Ranked number 34.
Number 34 out of 35 diets.
I thought it was interesting on here you have from U.S. News and World Report, again, for the best diets overall for 2020. Number 1, Mediterranean. Number 2, DASH and Flexitarian. I don't even know what that is.
You know what, Carolyn? To be honest with you, they are so close. It's kind of hard. Like the DASH diet allows a little bit more dairy products, and of course it's non-fat dairy products that they emphasize because the calcium does lower blood pressure, and it's not calcium supplements. I'm going to say the dairy products lower the blood pressure. So that's the little bit of difference there. The Flexitarian does allow for flexibility, so that's really probably what I can follow more so than...
What are some of the best things to do? We hear about carbs, no sugar, no carbs, and I think everybody kind of tries to do that. But are there some other just general classifications that you can make to try to cut down on your caloric intake?
Okay, so definitely. most of these, and Weight Watchers is up there on the top 5
Which has changed the name now, right? It's
yes,
WW.
It's WW, and I don't know why, but it is the WW diet, and it's up there as well. So most of these top 5 diets did help with weight, but they also looked at cardiac issues and as well as diabetes, and they helped with all of those. So I think the main focus is more plant-based, and I hate to say that living in West Texas with all the beef that we raise around here, but it is more plant-based diet, and that fiber fills you up, keeps you,
from getting hungry.
Exactly.
And you get all those nutrients and vitamins.
And the other thing that I like to emphasize is the Mediterranean diet being that #1 diet. So all those Mediterranean countries, Spain, they eat differently than they do in Italy, different than they do in Greece. So a lot of these, there is some flexibility.
And what is the key focus, though, of the Mediterranean diet?
It's fish, olive oil, lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and, if you look at the Mediterranean diet pyramid, the foundation of the diet is eating together and making it more of a social event. They also do allow a little bit of wine. So, yeah, I think the other part of it is just activity. Getting that activity, balancing everything, and avoiding processed foods. I cannot emphasize that enough.
All very good advice. Thank you
right.
very much, Mary. Appreciate it. Mary Solomon with Community Medical Center. We're going to take a look outside now and see what's going on this Martin Luther King Monday. A few clouds in the sky. Noel is in next with the forecast.
We switched.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy for my family. I switched for more room. Hey. We switched.
Why do we switch?
For adventure. For this.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
I'm never switching back.
Get $3,000 cash allowance on all Trax models. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
The epic sell-off is on now at Furniture Row. And when we say it's epic, we mean epic! Shop today and find incredible savings store-wide. That means epic savings on sofas, sectionals, and accent chairs. Epic markdowns on dining groups, tables, and bar stools. Epic deals on bed sets, dressers, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Plus, make your money work for you and get 4 years no interest. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings. Only at Furniture Row.
Join us Sunday mornings right here on KLST at 10:30 for the Life Church TV with Pastor Walt Landers. TLC, connecting people with God's purpose.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate available on the GMC Sierra. Get 0% financing for 72 months on 2020 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, current eligible GM owners get $750 purchase allowance or get $7,000 purchase allowance on this Texas edition.
Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
This week on Wheel.
We're on another adventure.
This time to the United Kingdom.
Join Pat and Vanna as they explore the wonders of the UK.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tonight at 6:30 on KLST. Now from your weather authority, here's Chief Meteorologist Noel Ream, sponsored by Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Good afternoon on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Temperatures are in the upper 50s across the entire Concho Valley. Just a few high, thin clouds out there and just a tad bit warmer than what we had earlier yesterday. Temperatures right now at about 58 degrees, looking north from the city of San Angelo. Like we talked about before, just a few high, thin, sweeping clouds coming in from the west, holding on to a south wind, light at 5 miles per hour. Here's a look at the Texas satellite and radar. Got a strong high pressure situated right around Kansas and parts of the Midwest, and this will continue to strengthen as we speak over the next couple of hours. Meanwhile, we're keeping our eye on a few surface troughs out towards our west. These surface troughs will continue to drag in that cloud cover as we head into the late evening and overnight hours. Here's a look at that water vapor satellite. We are looking at that increased water vapor as we had just talked about before, moving in from the west. So all of this will eventually be overhead across New Mexico, far parts of West Texas by the early morning hours. In terms of that surface moisture, that will also increase by Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday. That deep moisture does remain across the Texas Hill Country, parts of South Texas. And eventually this sets up for the potential for some showers to return as early as tomorrow night. So by tomorrow afternoon, partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies across our region. The potential for a few stray showers can't be ruled out right along some of our southern counties. And eventually this will become scattered to widespread by late Tuesday afternoon and early evening. It's a result of an upper level trough moving across our region. This trough hangs out for several hours and eventually things will begin to clear out. I think if we have any type of rainfall on Wednesday, that will come in the early morning hours. The majority of this rainfall for Wednesday afternoon does remain out towards Austin, Waco, and the DFW Metroplex. Meanwhile, we're going to continue to see clearing shaping up for Wednesday evening from west to east. In terms of the upcoming rain chances, those numerous and widespread showers as early as late tomorrow afternoon. Those stay with us all the way at least for the first half of our Wednesday. Things drying out by Wednesday night and staying rather dry all the way through the weekend. So we're hoping that we can pull in the rain totals that we are expected to see. Unfortunately, not as much as we experienced late last week. Here's what will happen. About a 1/10 of an inch to a 1/4 of an inch in some of our far western counties. Central and eastern counties, you can expect anywhere from a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 an inch. Unfortunately, I expect most of that rainfall to remain out towards our east and across the Metroplex. Here's how things shape up. More of a zonal flow as we head into the middle part of our work week. That means temperatures are going to stay steady into the upper 50s, lower 60s. Eventually, at the end of our work week, here's what will happen. We'll have a strengthening upper level ridge of high pressure. This will continue to keep those rather mild temperatures with us. And as we head into Saturday, we're going to see temperatures into the mid, if not upper 60s. Maybe even returning into the 70s by early next week. In terms of our temperatures now, holding on into the 50s across the entire board. 56 out towards Menard, Eden, 57 along with Ballinger and Coleman. Coming in at 58, El Dorado, 56 at this hour out towards Ozona. So slightly warmer temperatures than what we experienced yesterday at this time, anywhere from about 1 to 5 degrees warmer. Still staying steady out there towards Ozona. In terms of what to expect moving forward, temperatures at about 57 degrees for your Tuesday, only a result of that cloud cover starting to increase and the potential for some of those showers by the late afternoon hours. Right back into the mid-60s Wednesday, 62 degrees as a result of a quick cold front coming through and a weak one at that for Thursday morning. But here's what will happen. Temperatures are eventually going to continue to stay into those 60s as a result of that strengthening upper level ridge I just showed you as we head into the weekend. So evening planners tonight, partly cloudy skies, those increasing clouds as that moisture begins to come in from the south, and then light winds overnight. We'll wake up the temperatures in the mid-30s, so slightly above where we should be for this time of year, but the factor in just the slightest wind chill. Wind chills will be in the 30s and feel like below freezing as we wake up tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy and windy for tomorrow. Those south-southeasterly winds will gust up to 30 miles per hour at times, and we'll start to pick up those showers coming in from west to east in the late afternoon and early evening hours. Look at that 7-day forecast moving forward. Best chance for any rain in the 7-day forecast will be, of course, Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Temperatures holding on into the 60s all the way into the weekend, potentially around 70 degrees by early next week.
In my courtroom, people want answers. But when it comes to my friends, the answers aren't always clear.
The police recovered a gun in your father's home. It's the murder weapon.
Vic's always been a little dirty. I thought it was just small stuff. This is a murder charge. I didn't do anything. I don't believe you.
You are putting Vic on trial for your entire childhood. He is never, ever not going to be guilty.
A new All Rise, tonight at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Your business is important. That's why we're proud to recognize KLST's small business leaders. At Johnson's Funeral Home, we understand that each life is a unique story. Visit us at 435 West Beauregard. Aladdin's Flooring carries major brands of flooring and window blind products. See us today at 1114 West Beauregard. ProLine Rentals has been offering short and long-term storage solutions throughout West Texas. 658-1669.
The 2020 RAV4 for whatever you're into.
Really?
This week.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease the adventurous new 2020 RAV4 LE for only $269 a month. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places.
Start the new year with our best deal yet. For a limited time, get Altice One Plus Internet from Suddenlink for just $54.99 a month. And you'll get over 200 channels, 4K Ultra HD, a voice-activated remote, and 100 meg speed. All from the fastest internet provider according to PC Mag. You'll also get a $100 Amazon.com gift card on us. The best new deal for your new year. Get Altice One Plus Internet for just $54.99 a month. Call 844-736-0604 or visit suddenlink.com today. Altice One, only at Suddenlink.
You're watching KLST News at 5.
Welcome back. Caitlin Brosh here from Howard College. She's Director of Student Outreach and Marketing. We were just talking about how Howard fits the needs of students in such a unique way, and really a way that continues to change and evolve.
It does, exactly. We're really connected to workforce development. We're really tied in with them, and so we're staying on top of the pulse of what's needed in our community in the Concho Valley, and that's the programs that we're able to bring in, state funding that's available specifically for those programs. So we try to assist not only individuals looking for a job and needing training, but the community in general to fill those positions, like nursing in particular.
And as a result, there are a number of people who actually come to Howard who are in second careers, people who are in the military, or a number of different things.
We've had lots of different ones. Military is a very good example. We have a large post-military and/or families that come out to Howard. We've had lots of them that are, wanted to go into nursing and were really nervous about it the first time they went, and so they've gotten, stepped out or gotten another degree and gone into another career, but that heart for nursing has stayed with them, and so then they've come back. And, we have the programs where we can do LVN or they can go straight RN. We have the bridge program from LVN to RN. So lots of different ways that we can, help them get in and get involved, as well as our other healthcare programs.
Well, and also talking about helping the community too, for instance, with your truck driving schools, your CDL classes. People looking for jobs actually get help through Howard because you have employers coming through Howard to hire them.
Exactly. You're exactly right. That's also what created the development of our construction trades program. We know of a construction trades craftsman program as well as our HVAC because construction is booming in town. There's new subdivisions and things going everywhere, and the contractors are having a hard time finding skilled labor that are willing to do the work. And so they can come in and go through Howard and they get hands-on, they're framing windows, they're putting on roofs, they're building cabinets, they're getting a hands-on experience with that. So the contractors aren't having to do all of the on-the-job training. They're coming into it ready to go, and so they're able to get hired at a higher rate and get through the training a little faster and move up. So.
All right, spring semester registration is closed. That ended last week. Tell us about the schedule if people are interested in looking at programs.
Sure. We also have a pretty large number of March classes that are going to be coming up, so we call them a flex, so it's an 8-week class starting after our spring break. So if a new job or new career was one of those resolutions along with your diet, and you didn't get on it, those first couple of weeks, we still have time. You can always come into Howard, you can always talk to an advisor, and we'll help you devise the best plan and get you into what classes work best.
And if someone just wants to get some information just to kind of on their own schedule, what's the best way to do that?
Our website is full of information, so howardcollege.edu. You're going to find all the information about our different programs, how to apply, how to, what financial aid looks like, how to contact one of us. All of those different things can be found through our website.
Okay, one more time, what's the website address?
howardcollege.edu.
Easy to remember. Yeah. Caitlin Brosh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. With Howard College, you're welcome. We're back with more after this.
With so much change in our world, it's good to know there's a place to find real answers. Original reporting every evening on the CBS Evening News with Jeff Bloor.
Here we are, a brand new year. Welcome to 2020.
Kick off the new year in a new 2019 Dodge Journey SE, all this month priced at only $20,999. Or a new 2019 Jeep Renegade Latitude, just $19,999.
Maybe it's time for something new. Don't miss the Start Something New sales event. And remember, nobody beats an Autoplex deal. Nobody.
You need to be informed to plan your financial future. KLST's Making Sense segment gives you the opportunity to learn from a qualified financial advisor. Every Wednesday at noon, Scott Fanatico will be here answering all of your financial questions. Brought to you by the Financial Services Center and KLST.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I'm full of gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
A big disgrace, waving your banner on. We will.
Now get 0 for 66 plus $4,500 total cash back on the 2019 F-150. Only at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
Try the $5.99 Treats and Eats deal at DQ. That's a hunger buster, fries, drink, and your choice of a dilly bar, DQ sandwich, or small dip cone, just $5.99.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
At Meineke Car Care, if you need an oil change, if you need an alignment or new shocks, or if you need a tune-up, we'll diagnose and fix the problem with quality parts and a nationwide warranty. When you need a mechanic, come to Meineke Car Care on Knickerbocker Road.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available on the GMC Sierra. Ring in the new year with 0% financing for 72 months on 2020 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, current eligible GM owners get $750 purchase allowance, or get $7,000 purchase allowance on this Texas edition.
You're watching KLST News at 5.
If you feel like your children spend too much time playing video games, you're far from alone. Michael George explains why.
The video game industry is growing, and so is the amount of time kids are spending with a controller in their hands. 86% of parents say their teenager plays video games too much, according to a new survey from C.S. Mott Children's Hospital. And about half say their child plays 3 hours a day or more.
Like anything for teens, there needs to be respectful and healthy limits.
Dr. Gary Freed says excessive gaming can have real consequences.
The video games may interfere with sleep. They may interfere with interactions with family members and homework as well. If gaming gets in the way of sleep, it can have a lot of issues related to disturbed moods because of sleep deprivation.
The survey found boys are much more likely than girls to play every day. But how much time is too much? Well, experts say there's no magic number.
If they're going to try and limit the amount of time their teens spend gaming, need to make sure that they communicate well with their teen about why they think that's important. And another strategy that parents should consider is offering to play some games with their teen.
Freed says that can help parents better understand the games their kids are playing and hopefully have some fun in the process. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
All right, time to talk about the weather now. Looking forward to a little bit of rain this week, right?
Hey, we're finally got the rain back into the forecast. We had some measurable rainfall totals late last week, and we're going to continue to add to that, at least for some of our eastern counties, having a better shot late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Temperatures still holding on above average as we move further into the later part of our work week, back into the 60s. A lot more sunshine heading into the weekend. We're talking the upper 60s, lower 70s returning by Monday. So it's, at least as of now, safe to say in this 7-day forecast, winter is over.
Oh, watch out. Watch out saying that.
Yeah, it might come back.
At least for this week. We'll see you back here at 6.
Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is sponsored by the Law Office of Rick DeHoyos.
Breaking news tonight, outbreak. As airports screen for a deadly mystery virus, China says there are now hundreds of new infections. Tonight, the race to contain the illness and the dangerous new discovery suggesting it could spread even faster. Trial strategy. The president heads overseas as his lawyers lay out his defense. On the eve of his Senate trial, the new White House strategy, plus what Democrats are calling the founding fathers' worst nightmare. Tight security. More than 20,000 show up to protest stricter gun laws in Richmond as police in riot gear turn out in force. The latest on Virginia's showdown over the Second Amendment. Missing murder suspect. 2 officers gunned down. A Hawaii neighborhood set on fire. Tonight, the search for 2 missing women as well as the killer. Did he escape or die in the blaze? No other option. Prince Harry speaks out after walking away from the Windsors. Why he says he had no choice but to break from the royal family and where he may be heading as early as tonight. More danger down under as Australia reels from wildfires, the new severe weather threat you won't believe. Dr. King's legacy as the country celebrates the life of Martin Luther King. One city fights over how to honor his name.
Nobody wants to see a headline on the CBS Evening News that says Kansas City did this thing.
And the remarkable story of a war hero once forgotten, he'll now be remembered alongside presidents.
This is the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell, reporting from the nation's capital.
Good evening. Nora's off tonight. I'm Maurice Dubois, and we're going to begin here with the outbreak of a mystery virus in China that has now spread, and the World Health Organization is on edge. At least 4 people have died, and hundreds more are sick, though there are concerns 5 times as many people could be infected. Tonight, Chinese health officials say the illness, which is a new strain of coronavirus, can be passed from person to person, stoking fears that it could be moving faster than it can be contained. Extra health screening has been ordered at airports in China, as well as at airports across the U.S. Experts say the virus started in the Chinese city of Wuhan, but it is now spreading across Asia. Remy Inocencio leads off our coverage tonight from ground zero of the outbreak in China.
Tonight, the city of Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak, is racing to contain the potential spread of a deadly new strain of coronavirus. And now, a disturbing development. China today says it has confirmed cases of human-to-human transmission of the mystery illness. In one case, a hospital patient is said to have infected 14 medical workers. Airline workers are already doing temperature checks on some flights leaving Wuhan, not allowing passengers to deplane without getting one. CBS News obtained this video showing health officials in Wuhan in full hazmat gear at a treatment facility investigating the virus. The World Health Organization says an animal is probably the source of this new virus, and this now closed seafood market is probably ground zero. This is as close as police will let us get. Dr. Anthony Fauci from the National Institutes of Health says human-to-human transmission is a game changer.
When you get sustained transmissibility from one person to another, to another, to another, then you have a more serious problem, because then that would allow for a much broader type of an outbreak.
In the United States, the CDC has deployed about 100 workers to airports in New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco to screen passengers arriving from infected regions. People here are getting ready to make what's known as the world's biggest annual migration, making nearly 3 billion trips to celebrate Chinese New Year. And while the risk of a U.S. outbreak is still low, the CDC says it's something they're watching very carefully. Maurice?
Okay, Remy, tonight in Wuhan, China. Thank you. Breaking news now on the president's impeachment trial. The Senate Majority Leader just released his proposed rules for the trial, which the Senate will debate tomorrow. This latest move by the Senate's lead Republican comes hours after the president's lawyers laid out their game plan for keeping him in office. Ben Tracy reports tonight from the White House.
President Trump visited the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial today as his legal team previewed its strategy. In a more than 100-page pretrial brief, the president's lawyers call the case against him flimsy, a brazenly political act, and the result of a rigged process.
We're achieving what no administration has ever achieved before. And what do I get out of it? Tell me. I get impeached.
The president's defense notably does not deny that he pressured Ukraine to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter, but argues rather that Democrats have failed to show President Trump violated any laws.
I can't respond to questions right now.
The House managers who will prosecute the case against the president met on Capitol Hill today. In their own pretrial documents, they call President Trump the framers' worst nightmare come to life. Late today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell released his proposed trial rules expected to be voted on tomorrow. Each side will get 24 hours over 2 days to make their opening statements. That means senators may have to endure 12-hour sessions in a Republican effort to fast-track the trial. Democrats are hoping to persuade at least 4 Republicans to force the testimony of witnesses, such as White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney and former National Security Advisor John Bolton, who says he's willing to testify.
We are going to demand votes, yes or no, up or down, on the 4 witnesses we've requested and on the 3 sets of documents we requested.
But Senator Schumer is not likely to get those witnesses, at least not right away. And that's because Senator McConnell says he's not going to even consider the idea of allowing witnesses to testify until they get through these opening arguments and up to 16 hours of senators' questions. Maurice?
Okay, Ben Tracy at the White House tonight. Thank you. Hundreds of police were out in force today as gun rights supporters rallied outside of Virginia's Capitol. The tightened security came after more than a week of threats and violence, and the governor after he declared a state of emergency. Jeff Pegues reports tonight from Richmond.
22,000 gun rights supporters came out today, many armed to the teeth, some dressed in fatigues. Others had handguns on their hips.
I carry with me every day.
And rifles draped across their chests.
And you see people that want to stand up and keep their guns because it's our right to do that, defend ourselves in a time of danger.
Thomas Steele came here from West Virginia.
I actually brought 2 guns, but I brought a smaller gun. I usually have an AK-47, but that's quite the scary rifle. But I decided to bring out the 22 because nobody's shooting nothing today.
Governor Ralph Northam declared a state of emergency, which banned all weapons on Capitol building grounds and brought with it extremely tight security. On Capitol grounds, right in there beyond this fence, this is where the state of emergency is, where you can't bring any weapons. But just beyond the fence, a lot of guns. There are probably thousands of them out here, far outnumbering what law enforcement has. The extra security came following the arrest of 3 members of a white supremacist group threatening to come to the rally to cause a race war. But today's event ended peacefully. Gun control advocates had called for a counter-protest out here today, but in the end, that was called off out of concerns that it could have led to confrontations. Maurice.
Okay, Jeff Pegues in Richmond tonight. Thank you. Tonight, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan are on their own. Harry says he's taking a leap of faith by giving up his royal duties to lead a more peaceful life. Charlie D'Agata on what he's had to give up.
Prince Harry attended an African investment summit this morning in what may be one of his last official royal engagements after the Queen laid down strict instructions for Harry and Meghan's farewell from the royal family. Farewell to the use of their royal titles, no His or Her Royal Highness. Farewell to public funding. Farewell to Harry's military titles awarded after serving 2 terms in Afghanistan. A harder exit than anyone was expecting.
Once Meghan and I were married, we were excited, we were hopeful, and we were here to serve. For those reasons, it brings me great sadness that it has come to this.
A sadness he shared last night with the HIV charity Sentebale.
I was born into this life, and it is a great honor to serve my country and the Queen. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing.
Johnny Hornby is the chairman of Sentebale, a charity Harry founded in tribute to his late mother, Diana.
How much of this is about her legacy?
I think he thinks, quite deeply on some of these issues about what it would be that she would want him to do in certain circumstances.
I will continue to be the same man who holds his country dear and dedicates his life to supporting the causes, charities and military communities that are so important to me. We are taking a leap of faith, so thank you for giving me the courage to take this next step.
Tonight, Prince William and Kate hosted their first solo reception on behalf of the Queen here at Buckingham Palace. Prince Harry did not attend. He's reportedly already on his way to Canada to meet up with Meghan and Archie. Maurice?
Okay, Charlie D'Agata in London, thank you. Americans honored the memory of Martin Luther King today. Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Dr. King once preached, was packed for a celebration. While 5,000 volunteers turned out for a day of service in Philadelphia, and people marched along Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in New Orleans. But Adriana Diaz takes us to another street where a tribute to Dr. King has divided a city.
When Kansas City's historic Paseo Boulevard was renamed for Dr. King last year, Reverend Dr. Vernon Howard Jr. thought of the children who would see it.
I was a young boy walking up and down the street. When I was exposed to people who were conscious of my struggles, it was an inspiration to me.
But it soon became a dream deferred. When the decision came down to remove his name, what was that like for you?
Pain, disappointment, betrayal.
Paseo is one of our oldest boulevards.
Kelly Jones lives on the street and says many are attached to the name Paseo. Upset that all residents weren't consulted, her group, Save the Paseo, fought for a public vote, and 65% of voters chose Paseo. You know, some people hearing about this story for the first time may be surprised or find it interesting that a black community would oppose this renaming.
And we're not opposing the renaming. We just simply want it to be heard.
Kansas City, Missouri is again one of 3 big cities without a street named after Dr. King. That isn't the reputation Mayor Quinton Lucas wants.
Nobody wants to see a headline on the CBS Evening News that says Kansas City did this thing. We will make sure that we recognize Dr. King both this year, long into the future.
These signs will come down soon, and the public is submitting new ideas for a tribute.
Shakespeare talked about what's in a name, and I think we learned from this that there can be a heck of a lot.
Especially when the name is Martin Luther King Jr. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, you can circle these dates on your calendar. 1 year from today, the next presidential inauguration takes place. And in exactly 2 weeks, the first votes in the Democratic race will be cast in Iowa, where tonight there is no clear frontrunner. Ed O'Keefe reports tonight on where things stand.
They may be fierce rivals, but the candidates displayed political harmony today at Martin Luther King Jr. Day events in South Carolina. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, who sparred last week over whether a woman can be elected president, walked arm in arm at an MLK Day parade in Columbia. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg marched in Little Rock, Arkansas. And here in Iowa, the rest of the field took turns addressing leaders of this state's small, but in tight races like this year, politically influential Black and Latino communities.
Let's not pretend that when we replace this president, that everything's just going to get better. Because a lot of these problems have been mounting for a long time.
Nationwide, former Vice President Joe Biden holds a commanding lead among Black voters, the most loyal Democratic voting bloc.
To paraphrase Dr. King, we have guided missiles, but we have misguided men leading this nation.
He's also got a lead among seniors, despite recent accusations from Sanders that Biden wants to make cuts to Social Security.
Time and time again, Joe Biden has been clear in supporting cuts to Social Security.
I have been a gigantic supporter of Social Security from the beginning.
Meanwhile, the New York Times has taken the unusual step of endorsing 2 Democrats for president, Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar. But in a sign of their current focus, they're highlighting endorsements from newspapers here in Iowa. Maurice?
Okay, Ed O'Keefe in Des Moines tonight. Now to some important medical news. New research today shows a link between marijuana and heart risks. This could affect a lot of people. More than 2 million adults with cardiovascular disease say they've used marijuana. Here's Dr. Tara Narula on the new risks of smoking pot.
59-year-old Juan Jacques is vigilant about taking his heart medication. That's because 4 years ago, he had a heart attack.
And they asked me the question, do you know why you're here? I said, I don't. I'm just feeling chest pain, and I was brought to the hospital.
Jacques occasionally smoked cigarettes, but he regularly smoked marijuana. His cardiologist, Dr. Muthu Vadagunathan, says many users like Jacques do not understand how marijuana can impact cardiac health. A review of data found smoking marijuana is linked with increased heart rate and blood pressure, altered heart muscle and blood vessels, and increased risk for abnormal heart rhythms. With 11 states now legalizing recreational marijuana and vaping cannabis products becoming more popular, doctors are sounding a note of caution.
Vaping increases the drug delivery of marijuana, and so we anticipate that the cardiovascular effects would also be enhanced.
Another troubling finding, marijuana can interfere with commonly used cardiac medications, including some drugs for blood pressure and cholesterol-lowering statins. The authors recommend cardiologists screen patients for marijuana use and find out how much they use, how often, and about other drugs they use. Maurice?
Dr. Tara Narula, thank you. There is still much more ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News. Up next, Australia pummeled by hail a day after enduring a gigantic dust storm. And later, a sailor's bravery helped battle racism in the Navy. Now he's receiving an honor once reserved for admirals and presidents.
Today, your information is more exposed than ever. When you shop, bank, or browse online, you're vulnerable to cybercriminals. More threats demand more protection. That's why Norton and LifeLock are now one, combining device security, VPN for online privacy, and LifeLock identity theft protection, backed by $1 million protection package. Get all-in-one protection on Norton.com.
I had a heart problem. I was told to begin my aspirin regimen. I just didn't listen until I almost lost my life. My doctors, again, ordered me to take aspirin, and I do.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Listen to the doctor. Take it seriously.
Wonderful pistachios are available without any shells. That's all we're saying.
Oh, really?
Let me try. I speak turtle.
What?
We're so sorry.
That's it!
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Do you have concerns about mild memory loss related to aging? Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere. Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
I've always focused on my career, but when we found out our son had autism, his future became my focus. Lavender baths always calmed him, so we turned bath time into a business.
There was a dream.
And building it with my son has been my dream job.
At Northwestern Mutual, our version of financial planning helps you live your dreams today. Find a Northwestern Mutual advisor at nm.com.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin honey, because it's never just a cough.
Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream for America, that all Americans be treated equally, that we live together in peace, that we judge each other by our character, not the color of our skin. And when that happens, we will indeed be free at last. As we celebrate Dr. King's birthday, let us pause to remember the man and his dream and renew our own commitment to justice, unity, and peace for all Americans. Learn more about this great man's life at thekingcenter.org.
Tonight, police in Honolulu believe a man who shot and killed 2 police officers may be dead after it appears he set his home on fire shortly after shooting at police. The flames spread throughout his Waikiki neighborhood on Sunday. Investigators believe the bodies of 2 women may also be inside, but they have not recovered any of them. Police were called to the home after the suspect stabbed his landlord. Australia cannot catch a break. First the wildfires, and then today golf ball-sized hail pounded the capital, Canberra, covering the ground and damaging homes, businesses, and cars. Farther west, a 186-mile-wide dust storm engulfed entire towns, racing across the drought-stricken land at terrifying speeds. And this was homecoming day in San Diego. The aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln is back after a 294-day deployment, breaking a record record for the post-Cold War era. The more than 3,000 crew members were supposed to return in October, but were extended 4 times. Speaking of aircraft carriers, when we come back, what the Navy says it'll call its next one, the surprising story and the unexpected hero getting a huge honor.
If you can't watch the CBS Evening News, you can listen. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Sponsored by ADT.
And here we have another burst pipe in Denmark. If you look close...
Jamie, are there any interesting photos from your trip?
Ouch. Okay. Boring. Boring. You don't need to see that. Oh, here we go. Can you believe my client Stieg had never heard of a home and auto bundle or the renter's good bundle?
Wait, you're a lawyer?
Only licensed in Stockholm.
What is happening?
Anyway, game show, Kumite, Cinderella story.
You know karate?
No, Alan. I practice Muay Thai. Completely different skill set.
COPD makes it hard to breathe. So to breathe better, I started Once Daily Anoro.
COPD tries to say, go this way. I say, I'll go my own way with Anoro.
Once Daily Anoro contains 2 medicines called bronchodilators that work together to significantly improve lung function all day and all night. Do not use Anoro if you have asthma. Anoro won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than once a day. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition, high blood pressure, glaucoma, prostate, bladder, or urinary problems. These may worsen with Anoro. Call your doctor if you have worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain while taking Anoro. The most common side effects are sore throat, diarrhea, and pain in the arms and legs.
Ask your doctor about Once Daily Anoro to start treating your COPD.
Save at Anoro.com.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Great tasting Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 27 vitamins and minerals. Ensure for strength and energy.
It's amazing what you can uncover with your DNA results from Ancestry. I was able to discover one cousin, reached out to him, visited Ireland, met another 20 cousins. They took me to the Cliffs of Moher, the ancestral home, the family bar. It really gives you a sense of connection to something that's bigger than yourself.
Greater details, richer stories. And now, with Health Insights, get your DNA kit at Ancestry.com.
Breathe freely fast with Vicks Sinex.
My congestion's gone. I can breathe again! Oh, I can breathe again. Oh.
Vicks Sinex. Breathe on.
Hi, I'm Bob Harper, and I recently had a heart attack. It changed my life, but I'm a survivor. After my heart attack, my doctor prescribed Brilinta. It's for people who have been hospitalized for a heart attack.
Brilinta is taken with a low-dose aspirin, no more than 100 milligrams, as it affects how well Brilinta works. Brilinta helps keep platelets from sticking together and forming a clot. In a clinical study, Brilinta worked better than platelets.
Brilinta reduced the chance of having another heart attack or dying from one.
Don't stop taking Brilinta without talking to your doctor, since stopping it too soon increases your risk of clots in your stent, heart attack, stroke, and even death. Brilinta may cause bruising or bleeding more easily, or serious, sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Brilinta if you have bleeding, like stomach ulcers, a history of bleeding in the brain, or severe liver problems. Slow heart rhythm has been reported. Tell your doctor about bleeding, new or unexpected shortness of breath, any planned surgery, and all medicines you take.
If you recently had a heart attack, ask your doctor if Brilinta is right for you. My heart is worth Brilinta.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
I'm Carolyn McEnroe. Join us tonight at 6 on KLSD for a look at the latest news headlines from across the Concho Valley, along with sports and weather. We'll see you right here on KLSD at 6.
The Navy made it official today. For the first time, an aircraft carrier will be named for an African American. David Martin on the hero who inspired a break from tradition.
You've heard the roll call of American aircraft carriers: Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Kennedy, almost all of them named for American presidents. But now there will be one called the USS Doris Miller.
His story deserves to be remembered and repeated wherever our people continue to stand the watch today.
At a ceremony in Pearl Harbor, Acting Navy Secretary Thomas Modly officially named the next carrier after the son of sharecroppers and the grandson of slaves, who served in the segregated Navy of World War II. which did not allow him to handle weapons.
He was not given the same opportunities that men of a different color were given to serve his country. But on December 7th, 1941, he would not be defined by the prejudice of other peoples.
What Miller did that day has been dramatized in the movie Pearl Harbor. But Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson, who grew up hearing stories about Dory Miller, explained what it meant.
In the days of real segregation, a black man from my hometown had stepped up to help save America.
3 of Miller's nieces were at today's ceremony. One of them, Brenda Haven, told us what today would mean to his mother.
She'd be so honored to know that someone is caring about her son because she left this world thinking nobody did.
The name of a ship won't erase decades of prejudice and cruelty, but Modly said it can serve as a symbol of Martin Luther King Jr.'s belief that the arc of the moral universe bends towards justice.
Whenever the people of the world will see the USS Doris Miller, they will know what we value, what we stand for, and who we are as a people.
My uncle, he's alive in our hearts, and he's alive in America.
David Martin, CBS News, Washington.
An American hero forever. And we'll be right back.
Can you heal dry skin in a day? Aveeno with prebiotic triple oat complex balances skin's microbiome. So skin looks like this and you feel like this. Aveeno Skin Relief. Get skin healthy.
At this point, I don't make compromises. I want nutrition made just for me, but I also want great taste, so I drink Boost for Women.
New Boost Women, with key nutrients to help support thyroid, bone, hair, and skin health, all with great taste. New Boost Women.
Skip to the good part with Alka-Seltzer Plus, now with 25% more concentrated power. Nothing works faster for powerful cold relief. Oh, what a relief it is. So fast.
Being a patient with diabetes myself, I can say without question that the Dexcom system is the most powerful tool to help navigate diabetes better on a daily basis.
I love it. I just wear a little sensor and that's it. It's totally painless and private.
The Dexcom sends my glucose readings to my receiver every 5 minutes. I just pull it out of my pocket and look, and I don't have to prick my finger.
Dexcom puts you in control, not your diabetes.
CDC guidance recommends topical pain relievers first, like Salonpas Patch Large. It's powerful, FDA approved to relieve moderate pain for up to 12 hours, yet non-addictive and gentle on the body.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Were you planning on mowing the lawn today?
No. Saved by the bolt. Seen it? Covered it. At Farmers Insurance, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Get a quote today.
On tomorrow's CBS Evening News, day 1 of the Senate impeachment trial. We'll have complete coverage of this historic event. And that is tonight's CBS Evening News. For Norah O'Donnell, I'm Maurice Dubois in Washington. Have a good night.
Now with local news first. You're watching KLST News at 6.
Coming up on KLST News at 6, a 3-vehicle collision causes major downtown traffic delays. Also, the dirt is in for the rodeo floor and Foster Communications Coliseum. And a look at how people celebrated Martin Luther King Day in San Angelo. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn McEnroe. A 3-vehicle collision caused traffic delays just before the lunch hour downtown. Police say a driver in a silver Ford pickup going south disregarded a red light at Abe and Beauregard. The pickup pickup struck a vehicle, which in turn hit a third vehicle. Officers were still investigating and say paramedics did not transport anybody to a hospital. Work is underway at Foster Communications Coliseum for the San Angelo Rodeo performances that start next week. At the Coliseum today, bulldozer drivers continued spreading the dirt across the Coliseum. From 15 to 20 volunteers will be working every day until just a day or so before the performance to get everything ready, including the bucking chutes.
There's quite a bit of work that goes on in here. We'll start off with probably 15 to 20 volunteers that come in and do work installing dirt. We'll have another 15 to 20 come in, put in iron, and we have an equal number that tear it all out when we get done.
The first performance for the 2020 San Angelo Rodeo is the evening of Thursday, January 30th. Time now to look at downtown San Angelo and see what's going on with the weather. Noel in the Weather Center. Going to be cloudy again this evening, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tracking those clouds increasing from west to east overnight. Widespread rain chances actually returning tomorrow evening. Unfortunately, rain will be a lot less than what we experienced earlier last week. Now, a weak cold front will arrive on Thursday morning. This cold front's going to essentially have little to no impact on our temperatures moving forward. So overall, we're expecting just a mild stretch of weather over the next several days. I'll have more details on what to expect in your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Noel. The office manager for the Coca County Water Supply Corporation today issued a boil water notice for all customers. That boil water notice is because of a water main break in a line operated by the Coke County Water Supply Corporation. Coke County residents who are affected live just outside the city of Robert Lee, going west on Highway 158, serving the communities of City View, Lakeside Estates, Bayview, Meadowview, and customers along Highways 158 and 2034. Any water used for human consumption should be brought to a rolling boil for at least 2 minutes. That notice is in effect until further notice. On this federal holiday, most governments and schools were closed. A weekend of activities honoring Martin Luther King continued today at the Tonquin County Library. This year, the MLK Association hosted a youth program, a worship and ecumenical service too. A lot of people got together at the library to learn about Dr. King, the history of the civil rights movement, and share ideas on progress in the community.
We try to educate people about the actual events that were marked by Dr. King's leadership in the civil rights movement, to the end that they can understand how far we've come, and yet they can also understand how far we need to go.
Myers says the local Martin Luther King Association has organized events to celebrate the life of Dr. King for more than 20 years.